to the Post-Purchase Pro podcast.
This is the only podcast that dives deep into post-purchase marketing to help Amazon sellers increase sales, ranking, reviews, and profits. It's everything that happens after the initial sale that makes a difference. We call this the back end.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I am your host today, Dylan Pettijohn, and I'm here with my co-host today, Sam. If you want to give a hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We are going to be interviewing Ian from Levant. And if you want, I'm going to add you right now. Hey, Ian, how's it going?
Going great. Thanks for having me, Dylan.
Amazing. Well, I want to say first things first, for anybody that doesn't know Levant, could you give a little bit of background information and insight into what you guys do?
Yeah. So at the highest level, Levant is an affiliate marketing platform purpose-built for Amazon sellers. So for the longest time, there was basically only an option for D2C merchants to start their own affiliate program and get kind of all the goodness from the D2C affiliate marketing ecosystem. I come from that world, and I saw this gap in the Amazon seller ecosystem where Amazon sellers couldn't benefit from all of that goodness going on the D2C ecosystem. We kind of built a replica of a D2C affiliate marketing platform specific for Amazon, and it integrates with that Amazon attribution API to function and track sales, clicks, all that, and we take care of everything else.
That's awesome. And in case anybody didn't get to see on the masterclass, could you dive a little bit more into what your background was before you started Levant?
Yeah. So I come from the affiliate marketing world. I actually, in college, I thought I invented affiliate marketing. Me and Rob, my co-founder, we had this idea, like, what if you could partner with third-party marketers and they could live anywhere in the world and they promote your products and you pay them commissions. We roadmapped it all out and then found out it was like $1 billion industry. Yeah, Rob actually went and then worked at an affiliate network called Tune. And then we met up a few years later and started a company called Grovia, which was a SaaS and services business specifically for recruiting affiliates, influencers, creators for like all types of brands. So it was primarily D2C, like e-commerce stuff. We also did B2B SaaS. We also did some Amazon. And that's when we kind of started to get introduced to this world and this gap. But we ultimately sold that company to a much larger company in our space called Acceleration Partners about 1.5 years ago. And then shortly after that went and launched Levant, raised a funding round. And we just closed actually a second funding round last month. And so now we're really moving.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So since you've entered this space, well, I mean, you've been in the space for a little bit, but I mean, in this specific business, Levant, that you've been working on, have you noticed any changes that you're seeing in the space in terms of, people using a lot more influencers? And I know your product, your service takes advantage of that, but could you dive into that if that makes sense?
Yeah, totally. So, I think when we first launched the product in beta almost about 1 year ago, at first both Amazon sellers and Amazon and like associates, publishers, influencers were all a little bit like, "Whoa, what is this? How does this work? Like, I don't get this at all." And so we actually had to build a bunch of education content for both parties, creators, influencers, and sellers, because this is kind of a brand new thing for both folks. And so we've spent a lot of effort and time and hiring to get people more familiar with this and like, hey, this is a brand new channel. This is a new category. And for Amazon sellers who, for a long time have had limited marketing levers, there's like kind of only so many places you can put your marketing spend as an Amazon seller. The fact that you can now kind of take this external traffic into your own hands, go and partner with kind of whoever you want. That's a big publication like BuzzFeed or Wirecutter, or if that's kind of like your small influencer, micro influencer, or somewhere in between a blog. Like the fact that that's now possible is very exciting for Amazon sellers. And I think once Amazon sellers start to kind of like figure out that this is an option, it's really quick to adopt. And so, yes, we've absolutely seen a lot more adoption as the year has gone on. There's thousands of sellers now out there doing affiliate marketing in this way. And then on the same thing on the creator and affiliate side, they, for the longest time, couldn't partner directly with Amazon sellers. So it was never an option. And now that, this new kind of revenue stream has been opened for them, everyone's kind of rushing in to take advantage of it. And so there's a lot of momentum on the affiliate side of things and the creator side of things, like, oh my gosh, we got to go run out and build these direct partnerships with Amazon sellers because this is an awesome new revenue opportunity for us as well.
Yeah, sorry, Sam, I know you were getting ready to say something.
No, you're fine.
It seems like it makes the whole process a lot simpler, because I want to say back in the days when we were doing stuff like this, we had to, at the end of the month or the end of the week, whatever term we were really doing this on, we had to go back and look at whether we were using associates to track it or attribution to track it. One, it's not entirely, it's not always the best tracking, but at the same time, we had to actually manually handle all the payouts and everything like that. Whereas, making it a little bit more seamless and making it so much easier for people to actually just accomplish that.
Oh yeah. I mean, just like unlocking all of the affiliate marketing automation. What Amazon sellers have been doing prior to Levanta is, akin to like 1996, when like the internet first was launching and people were tracking affiliate marketing manually. Like, that's what it was like. And then there's been 30 years of innovation on affiliate marketing platforms to, automate payments, create great reporting, make it super easy for affiliates and creators to find Amazon sellers and vice versa. Messaging within the app, sending offers, sending deals. There's just so much that goes into it, and doing it manually, is no fun.
So keeping that in mind, would you mind telling us about some of the biggest challenges you faced in this industry and kind of how you got past that moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, the big one I've touched on a little bit already, which was just education. I think once people get it, like, they see the platform and then they just they buy it. They're like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Like, I should have this channel. All of D2C has been using this channel for years. Like, it makes sense for me too. But getting people to understand that is important. I think the other challenge is, affiliate marketing is a relationship-based channel. It's not just like plug and play. You can't just like waltz right into Levanta, throw your program on there, and then just like not check it again for a year. Whereas, there's other marketing channels where you can do exactly that. You kind of like set your budget, you set your target audience, and then it's kind of just like you leave it there and you generate revenue. Not really the same. Like, you actually have to go and create relationships with affiliates and creators and talk with them and like send them product if they want to review your product. So it's like you get out of it what you put into it.
Right.
I think that's also, a challenge to communicate that and educate folks about that fact.
Well, it's just so much better of a relationship with the customers too, because like if your favorite person that you follow on TikTok or YouTube recommends a product and they can actually like wholeheartedly stand behind the product and recommend it, like, you don't even need a sales pitch. Like, if you were using ads or something like that, it's somebody's genuine opinion on the product. Yes, they may be getting paid for it, but at the same time, if it's a great product and they highlight that, then I mean, the results I've seen are insane. Speaking of, could you share some of those? Because I know you shared some on the masterclass, but I mean, I want some here too.
Yeah. Now let me actually let me pull up a recent case study we just did. And actually, the focus of the case study was on bestseller rank and how external traffic actually boosted that bestseller ranking. So let's pull this up. Let me see. So Grace and Stella is a brand on Amazon. And when they first started with Levanta, they were like 550 rank. And through just a ton of external traffic they drove by partnering with, hundreds of affiliates. They partnered with an agency called Versa Marketing, which is a great affiliate agency. They just recruited a bunch of affiliates, drove a ton of external traffic, and now their products are ranking like, I think it's 28 now. So from like 520 to 28, and like the only thing they really changed was they've just boosted their external traffic a ton. So that was like a huge win for them. And then from March to December of 2023, they have now driven a total of $356,000 in affiliate sales, which is awesome. We had a brand. I don't know if we actually can mention the name of the brand yet, but we had a brand who has like a one product on our platform, and it's kind of a simple product. I don't want to say what it is because I think it gives it away, but it's like, I think it's like $15. And they, during November, sold $1 million worth of this $15 product through the affiliate channel. And like, they just had gotten started probably like 5 months ago. So they're slowly building their affiliates. And then when it really matters, and it's November, $1 million. It was like crazy. It was a decent percentage of like our total sales to the platform was just this one $15 product that was just flying off the shelves. Really cool.
Wow. That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Do you guys also, I know it's mostly Amazon focused, but I know something that I've been hearing a lot about lately is TikTok Shop and some of the other platforms like that. Do you guys see yourselves at some point ever doing some sort of integration like that, or?
Yeah, we've talked about kind of expanding outside of just Amazon, and so there's lots of different areas we can expand into, whether that's Walmart, some other kind of like online retailers. Obviously TikTok Shop is
the buzz right now.
But honestly, right now Amazon is so untouched. This is brand new. This is like last year, really, people have started to adopt this at scale. That there's enough greenfield here, the opportunity that it's like, hey, let's be the best at this, and like create the absolute best product on the market for Amazon, and just double down here before kind of going and diversifying outside of it. In the long run, we'd definitely be interested in looking to it, but we really want to create the best product we can for Amazon sellers.
That makes sense. Yeah. I like that. I mean, that's what we did with email too. Like, we didn't want to go for, any different e-commerce channel. We said Amazon specific, and then, at some point we may expand, but right now it's all focused on Amazon.
I mean, it's beneficial to have a niche.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And oh, man, that's awesome. So, do you what do you see as some of the mistakes with people that are trying to recruit affiliates? Because I'm sure you have like all of the data.
Oh yeah, I mean the giant mistake that I already mentioned is just like do nothing. Like, and that's what some folks do. Like, they hop in and they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so exciting, and then they just don't do anything. I think the most important aspect of this is like, you do have to go and put effort into it, whether that's your team or if that's a consultant you hire or if that's an agency you hire. Like, someone has to be like owning the relationships because it requires effort. Levant makes it pretty easy to recruit affiliates compared to like even other like D2C affiliate platforms, in that we have this really cool like two-way marketplace where creators can see all of the products that are available on Levanta to promote in a product catalog. And we, we do some pretty cool matching. So we're recommending products to creators who promote similar products and kind of vice versa. So in that sense, there's kind of some like marketplace behavior that's kind of naturally happening to help people find each other on Levanta. Excuse me.
No worries.
And so in terms of like what to do on Levanta is you really want to go and kind of search the marketplace for creators that kind of like fit your criteria, fit what you're looking for. If you're looking for creators, you want to double down and search for creators. If you're searching for kind of more like big publications, they can take some time to recruit. And so you want to get started early, but then be aware that getting a wire cutter to promote your products isn't going to be necessarily something that happens overnight. It can take a month of coordinating with their team to kind of get them excited and get them willing to go buy in and promote your product. But then if you get, of course, you get a wire cutter to promote it, then you're doing some massive volume. So I think that's one thing. The other mistakes I see people doing are, focusing too much on like really micro influencers, like outside the platform. So we have like pre-vetted people on Levant. I think it's a great marketplace to find folks. You also want to find people off platform and go and look outside of Levant, because it's very easy to onboard someone onto Levant. So if you're out like talking to creators in your niche that aren't on Levant already, it's super easy to just kind of send them a sign up link and they can just immediately jump into your program. But if you spend your time outside the platform, like looking at like super micro influencers, are they going to push the needle for you? Probably not. You have to like recruit, like thousands of them for that to like really push the needle. So it's like spend time on kind of like really strategic partnerships that will move the needle, especially in the beginning, because you want to just kind of like focus your attention, prove out the channel by getting kind of a big win, a quick big win right off the bat. So I think that's another recommendation.
Yeah, that makes sense. In terms of influencers, though, you said you pre-vet a lot of the influencers that are on platform. Yes. For the sellers, though, what should they be looking for when they are looking for influencers to, build these partnerships with? What are some of the things you would stay away from?
Totally. I think what's very typical, like a typical best practice, is kind of creating your ideal partner persona, or like IPP. So here's the range of followers we're looking for, or viewership, or whatever it is, and then it's like, okay, what categories of like content are we looking for? We're looking for kind of more beauty focused content, is it kind of more backyard barbecue focused content, and kind of nailing down that persona. And then it's kind of just going out and creating relatively personalized messaging. I think another big mistake that people make is they're just kind of like sending out almost like spam. And it's like, just in the same way, you don't want to receive spam. Like someone else doesn't want to receive spam, especially someone who's like creating content, like kind of pouring their heart and soul into something. And then you're just getting like spammed by like people's products. Like that's not a good way of going about it. Like creating like a personalized message saying like, hey, I watched this video, or I consumed this piece of content. It was awesome. We like genuinely think that your audience would like really like to see this product. We've seen other influencers, other content creators who've had success with this product. Check it out. We'll send it to you for free. And that's another good thing. One other mistake I want to mention, actually, now that it comes to mind, now that I just said what I said, is I do know some brands who just kind of like fire out product samples to like every single content creator that like hops into their program. I would not recommend doing that. Like that is not going to work. I would be very thoughtful about who you send product to, and you might even want to like hop into a contract too and say like, hey, I'll pay you a upfront flat rate bonus on Levanta. I'll give you $100 and I'll send you this product, but in exchange you kind of sign this contract that says, hey, you're going to create XYZ content posted on these dates, and kind of locking that in is going to ensure that, hey, you get actually a return on investment. The content does get created. Whereas some folks, like, people will apply to their program, they'll send out a ton of product, and then they'll get ghosted, never hear from them again. But sometimes like giving that little upfront cash, just even if it's something small, like $100, it kind of locks in that contract and that like requirement to actually produce the content that I think is super helpful.
Yeah, I think that that's also a lot of goodwill that you're giving them too, because like they almost feel like they have to reciprocate it now because you've already given them free product, you gave them money, like that. I feel like just for people, at least what we've found is like if you give and don't ask for anything really in return, or you give before even asking, like a lot of the time they'll reciprocate that.
Oh yeah. And then I think that's what that does, especially that kind of upfront thing. And Levant has like this bonus payment option that you can just kind of like send them a flat rate through the platform upfront. And then there's contract templates we have, again, kind of as part of the service we offer, where you can kind of take that contract, fill out the details of what you want created, the due dates, that type of thing, send it out, super easy.
Awesome. So in terms of like when should people, I want to say, start working with you guys? So would you say during a product launch, like what is the best time to like put a lot of gas on the fire, if you will, in terms of affiliate marketing?
Yeah, it's a great question. Actually, we get it a lot. And it's kind of maybe a silly answer, but it's like 3 months ago. It's like it takes time to build an affiliate program. So and I've kind of mentioned this throughout the whole session. It's like it's not a flip of a switch. Like if you launch your affiliate program and immediately get like Wirecutter to sign up and like drive $1 million of sales of your product, like you're in the 1%. You're that's incredible. You're super lucky. It happens, but that's not typical. The typical flow is, you launch your program and then you start putting out kind of recruitment effort. You either hire that agency, you hire that consultant, you have someone on your team go and do the outreach. And you kind of start pulling people in. And then, like I said, it's like if you want to send them product, you got to get that product shipped out to them, you got to get contract signed. Then they have to go create the content. And then the user has to go and buy it. And then it has to be tracked. So it's like, if you start a month and a half ago, you'll probably start seeing sales kind of flow in now. And then, 3 months in is when it's like, oh, okay, I'm getting like an ROI on this. And then 6 months in, it's like, wow, this is actually becoming like a decent chunk of like my revenue. This is like 14 to 20% of like the revenue that I'm driving is coming from this channel. And that's kind of the goal, is you want it to be like around, 1/5 of your revenue is coming from affiliate.
Gotcha.
So with that in mind, do you sometimes find it hard to, keep the clients you have focused on that ROI? If it is, you say you should have started this 3 months ago, can sometimes be hard to get them to keep their eye on the prize because they're not seeing what they want to be seeing when they sign up for a decent chunk of time.
Totally. And I think that's part of the education. That's part of the reason I'm on this webinar right now. Is like explaining what affiliate marketing is, how it works. You're investing in building a new channel. If you go and hire a person to go and like own all of a brand new marketing channel for your business, you don't expect that person to get an ROI in the first week, first 2 weeks. You probably start expecting an ROI, around like 3 months. It's like, hey, yeah, we've been doing this for 3 months, probably seen an ROI by now. It's the same thing with like building a new affiliate marketing channel. That's the idea. But yeah, it's definitely a big important initiative for us, is to kind of educate folks on how it all works and what to expect.
I feel like the expecting it to work right away. I mean, of course, like everything takes time. Like I don't start a diet and then I expect to lose weight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like
right.
I don't expect to see a visible difference, but maybe by 2-3 months in, a year down the line, it could be a huge change overall. And likewise for your business, like you could have this whole channel where potentially, in what I've seen from my personal experience with affiliate marketing, it's a lot more profitable than the sales you're generating directly on Amazon through PPC ads. So even though it might be that 20% of your total sales, like you were saying, it could be even more of a significant portion of the overall profits.
Yes, that's exactly correct. Because you have so much control over what you spend per sale. You literally pick it. You say like I want to pay 20% commission on the sale of on each product, and that's what you pay. You only pay when you've actually drove a sale, unless you're doing those kind of upfront things, like I said. But a lot of people the vast majority of sales are not coming from those upfront things. It's the long tail of the 20% sales, and you have a lot of control. I think the other thing and you kind of alluded to it earlier on this call, is like that brand awareness is better than a banner ad.
Mm-hmm.
Like the type of benefit you get from someone watching a YouTube video or reading a blog or reading a review, that type of stuff like sticks with you much better than like seeing something just pop up in your Instagram ad, and then you click it. Like the review type of thing is like you're more knowledgeable about it, like you understand how the product works, like you understand like the sizing or whatever it is, and you tell your friends, and like I think it has a much bigger multiplier effect than like just an ad that comes up on your feed.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's somebody that like, if the product is really good, of course, that's the precursor to all of this. You have to have a good product, and then you get a lot of people with audiences talking about it. I mean, it just makes sense that it's going to multiply across the board, because maybe they see, which I'm sure you see some of this too, like you get the big influencers promoting it, then the micro influencers want to be like the big influencers, so they start this like flywheel effect of promoting your products.
Yep. And then that's how you go viral with the product, right? And that's just how it happens. It's not some people might go viral off of ads that you're just kind of throwing on social media, but the vast majority of people who are going viral off products are going viral off of influencers and content creators and blogs, publications, all that.
Awesome. So if anybody in the audience or anybody listening wanted to reach out to you, wanted to contact Levanta, how do they get a hold of you guys? And is there anything that they can get first, if they were to sign up? Like, how would that work out?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have two plans. Well, I guess I'll start by saying you can go to levanta.io right now and click sign up, like import your Amazon products and set your affiliate commissions and like go live in like 5 minutes. It's exceptionally fast. Like it really is. It's so quick. So this can, like, your affiliate program could be live like by the time this webinar is over, if you just kind of go in, click sign in with my Amazon account, and go for it. We are offering a special 40% off our standard and gold plans right now for viewers of this webinar. The coupon code for the standard plan is post-purchase. For gold, you will have to talk to a salesperson. You can either do that within the app after you've created an account. You can say like contact sales. You can also just go to the contact us form on our website, levanta.io. You can also email Ashley at levanta.io. She's our VP of revenue, and she gives exceptional demos. So if you're looking for a live demo from Ashley, she's quite good at it.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you, Ian, taking the time to hop on the podcast with us and really break it down for anybody that didn't get to see you on the masterclass. It's really been great to have you here again. Always a great conversation, and I love the affiliate marketing space. We're all about it, so it's perfect for us.
Oh yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm really happy to be here. I think there's one last point that I wanted to mention if there's still time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Time.
Oh, awesome. I think the one thing we haven't touched on today that is pretty cool, and maybe it's just kind of broad knowledge at this point, but all sales that go through Levanta also qualify for the brand referral bonus. So you do get that 10% on average kickback from Amazon for all the traffic you kind of drive through Levanta, for all the revenue you drive through Levanta. So if you're kind of setting your commissions and figuring out like, okay, what can I afford? You have to factor that in too, is that, hey, I'm getting some of this back actually in those referral fees, rebates via the brand referral bonus. So it makes it a little bit more affordable for folks kind of jumping into this for the first time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So like, for example, if your ACOS is 20% and for like, if you're used to spending 20%, if you go to Levanta and have a influencer promote the product, one, you're getting 10% back. There is no ACOS. So you're really saving. Yeah, you're only net out 10% at the end of the day on costs, where it would have been 20%, which I've from what I've seen, 20% is pretty good if you get that on ACOS.
It's super good. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, really, with the brand referral bonus and the boost you get from organic search, like the additional brand awareness, it's just like better. It's better advertising. It's better content. It's more interesting content for people to consume. I really do think it's a no-brainer for people to jump in.
Yeah, I can't agree more. Amazing. Well, everyone, we're gonna sign it off here. I want to thank you, Ian, again, and thank you, Sam, for being my co-host today. It's nice having y'all here, and I'll see everyone later.
Thanks.